Alrighty, nail crew, welcome back. I have a polygel video for you guys by Makartt. I haven't done a Makartt video for you guys in so long. I think it's only right that I pull her off the shelf. So here we go. You guys already saw these pictures on my Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. So you already know what the nail art looks like for today. But if you want to see how I created it, then keep on watching. All right, let's just dive on in. So the box is open because, guys, remember, this is the same box or package that I got when I did my large Makartt haul. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link that video below. But Makartt had sent me a big box of stuff one day, and I did an unboxing for you, but I never got around to using everything that was sent. So today I'm finally using my rainbow polygel. Oh my gosh, finally. I know you guys have been waiting. So here are the dual forms that came in the kit. And you know, I like to show you guys the largest one. So I think this one is actually, yeah, this one is bigger. Okay, so I like to show you guys the largest one because a lot of you complain of having big thumbs or wide thumbs, and dual forms typically don't fit. So I'm just showing you guys, this one is the largest one. Now it is wide, but it's short. So if you like shorter nails, then this would be a good dual form for you. If you like longer nails, but you love the kit, well then you guys are in luck, because let me show you here. Voila. This kit also comes with forms. So if the dual forms don't fit you, or they're too short or whatever, you can just use a paper form and build yourself a nail. So this kit also comes with a file. One side is 120 and the other side is 240. So the lower the number, the higher the grit or the higher coarseness of it. I don't know if that made sense, but the lower the number, the more coarse the file. So you have a 120 on one side, which is where you would file and shape your nails, and then a 240 on the other side, which is where you would buff your nails. It also comes with a spatula and picker-upper tool, much like all the other polygel kits. And of course, it comes with all these beautiful colors, right? But I want to show you guys a top coat and base coat, because I'm not going to use this top coat and base coat. I have one from Makartt and I really like it. It's almost done. So I'd rather just go ahead and finish this out, and then I'll open the new one. So you'll see me in this video use my old one versus the new one, but that's why. I think, honestly, I really think they're the same. I hope they're the same, because I really do like their base and top coat. I really do. As you can tell, the bottle looks worn. It looks like I've used it, and that's because, hello, I use it. I like it a lot. I think they're really the same, except for the new one is smaller. So I think the larger one is a 10 milliliter and then the smaller one is 8 milliliter. But other than that, they should be exactly the same. So let's go ahead and take these out of the case. I'm excited to have all these color polygels. And I like that these polygels are large. So they're colorful, but they're large. So a lot of times you get colored polygels, but you get the smaller containers, you know what I mean? So these are big, and I like that. So I'm going to use my clear polygel that I had from like a long time ago, but it's still good. So I'm going to use that today. And then Makartt also sent me some black polygel. So in addition to all these colors, we also have black, which I think is cool. I really don't know why the black wasn't included in the first place, but maybe it was an afterthought, or maybe people were complaining that, you know, the polygel kit should have had black in it, yada, yada, yada. And so they ended up doing a black. And so it didn't come in the kit. They sent it to me separately, but I figured it'll still be a good video to tie in the black polygel with the colored one as well. So I have my black, which wasn't part of the kit, and then I have the clear, which wasn't part of the kit. But all in all, this is a nice full large kit. And I did just show you guys the instructions. So if you're new to polygel, well, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. So I did show you guys the polygel instructions. So if you're new, don't worry, it does come with colored instructions. Now I'm popping off the set of nails that I did the other day. I will link that video below if you didn't catch it. And I want to show you guys, I just been throwing all of my tips into this was a vase. So I had flowers in here, and when the flowers died, I just was like, oh, this is too cute to throw away. And I've just been saving all my little nail tips in there. So yeah, one day I will do a video reminiscing on all the nails. Like, oh, remember this set? Remember that set? Oh my gosh. All right, so let me go ahead and prep this little, what should I call this stand? Does this stand deserve a name? I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, but Yeah, maybe I'll give her a nice little cool name later. We'll see. I gotta think about it. So if this was a real person, I would buff the surface of the nail to remove the shine. I'm not gonna do that because I just don't want to. But pretend I did. And then pretend that I went in with my primer, okay? So now that the primer is on and it's nice and dried, we're going in with our Makartt base coat. We're going to do a nice thin layer of base coat on all 5 nails. So that's what I'm doing now. And then we're going to pop her in the lamp and bake her for a full 60 seconds. So I'm using my YAYOGE lamp, guys. And I will have a link to this lamp below. It's so old, but it works well. And I do have a coupon code for that lamp as well. So now we're going to start off with the black, and I'm using a little bit because I don't know how this spreads yet. Yeah, like this is literally my first time using it, so I don't know how it spreads, and I don't want to be like too extra and mess anything up. So I'm doing like a little bit, and then you saw I was like, oh, okay, I can add a little bit more. So then I added another little bit. So 2 small little drops, and I'm just going to spread that into kind of like the shape that I want. Let me go ahead and close my cap real quick before one of you yells at me, because I know you're like, oh my God, you didn't close the cap. I know, and you're right, I should have closed the cap. So anyway, I'm just gonna speed this clip along just because you know, it's pretty simple. We're just going to pat it into place. With polygel, when you're trying to build the structure, you want to pat more than you spread. However, sometimes you're going to have to spread. So you'll see me pat, but then later on, you'll also see me like spread it and brush it. And I'll explain to you why when we get to that part. So right now, I'm just trying to do like a little triangular shape. So I think I love it. So let's go ahead and lock it in place right now, because I don't want it to warm up with my hot lights and like drain down the side of the nail, because oh my God, that's so annoying. Oh my God, that's so annoying. So I went ahead and cured that about 30 seconds just to hold it in place as I move on to the next nail. So now I need more polygel because we're going to cover the entire nail. And really, guys, I am just freestyling. Like, I know the first finger. I know exactly what I want to do to the first finger. And that's it. Like, I really don't know exactly what I want to do, but I know that the first finger, I already have that in mind. Like, boom, boom, pow. Yeah, everything else. Yeah. So as you watch me do this art, and you're probably going to be like, well, why'd she do this then and that then and this? Why didn't she do it in this particular order? And the reason is because I'm just going with the flow. And I don't really have a design in mind, but you know, as I work and work and work, it comes to me. So yeah, you'll notice. You'll notice. Yeah, it'll make sense in the end. But as you're watching it unfold, you're going to be like, what the hell? So anyway, I put the black on because I knew that I wanted that middle finger to be a full black. That's all I know. And then this finger, I know that I want it to be kind of like a rainbow. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing right now. So I have a little bit of this yellow polygel, and I'm just going to kind of pat it in place. And if it overlaps, if the colors overlap, and by that I mean if you get some of the yellow on top of the black, it's fine, because when you file it off, you'll remove that excess color. So don't worry about it. Push the colors as close to each other as you possibly can. If you don't do that, then you'll have gaps and it won't feel smooth. So push it together. If they overlap, don't panic. It's fine. So I'm going to use the spatula side just to kind of just straighten my line up a little bit. But I'm not going for perfection here. I'm not going for perfection. I just don't want it to be too crazy, if you know what I mean. So with this polygel, especially with it being so pigmented, if you don't wet your brush with alcohol, it does get sticky. So keep that in mind. Make sure that the spatula has alcohol or slip solution on it, and make sure that the brush has slip solution or alcohol, because if not, it'll stick and it'll be just so annoying. But as long as your brush or spatula is moist, then you should be fine. So in my dapping dish, I just want to point out I have 70% isopropyl alcohol. That's what I'm using as my slip solution today, and it works just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that in the lamp for about 60 seconds. Now, if you wanted it to be perfect, you could take a file and just file like this, just to perfect it if you wanted to. But like I said, that's not the look that I'm going for today because I'm going to cover that line with glitter. So it doesn't matter and I don't want to waste time. But I just wanted to point that out for you guys in case you wanted a perfect line. You could do that. So now what shall we go in with next? This is so random. This is so random right now. And I'm literally just picking up a color and putting it on the nail. Like, I don't have a particular order, like, oh, I need yellow to be next to the blue, and then I need that to be next to the red. Like, no. I'm whatever my hand gets on is literally what I'm gonna do. And if you notice, I'm using like the tiniest little beads, And that's because with polygel, it's easier to add than to take away. So start off small and add more as you go. So just like with the yellow, I'm just patting the blue into place, and you see it kind of overlaps onto that yellow, and I'm okay with that because like I said, we'll just file that right off and it'll be just fine. I do like how that yellow and blue looks really pretty together. I didn't mean to put them together like that, but it looks really nice. So in between each color, you have to cure that. Otherwise, when you put the next one on, it'll just turn into a big, muddy, disgusting mess. So just make sure that if you try this design, you cure it in between each one. So, I mean, this is just going to be repetitive. I'm just going to place the color down and pat it in place. And now I know right now y'all are like, what is she doing? Like, it looked crazy. It looked crazy. I know. I can admit that it looked crazy. I'm going to need y'all to just roll with me to the end. Please, it'll come together in the end. I know that right now it looked like, girl, you sure you qualified to do polygel? Like, if you're new here, you're probably like, I don't trust this girl. She don't know what she's doing. If you're new here, you're probably thinking that, but it'll come together in the end. So just stick with me. First of all, if you're new here, hey girl, hey, right? Go ahead and like. Go ahead right now. Like this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell. Just hit the bell. It's right there. It's right next to the subscribe. Hit the bell so that way when I upload next, you'll be on board. And leave me a comment and let me know that you're new here. You know what I mean? Say your name. Tell me your name. Where you from? What do you like to do in your free time? You know I'm nosy. So I was able to use all the colors except for these two. But I think I did good. I had a small nail and I fit a lot of colors on that nail. I still don't know what I want to do in terms of the other three, but it'll come to me, I'm sure. So now I decided to, and it looks like I just thought of this real quick, but no, I had to pause the video, brainstorm, and then I was like, oh, bingo, I got it. So I decided to use these little silicone molds. I got this from a nail sister. If you're watching, love, hey girl, hey, I know you're watching. Hey. So I got this from one of my nail sisters for no reason at all. She just literally wanted to send me a package and she sent me a package. I did do an unboxing with this box. Oh my gosh. I did an unboxing and I'm going to leave that link below. So if you did not watch it, you can watch it because she sent me a lot of stuff and I haven't used all the things that she sent me. Remember, she's the one that sent me the alcohol inks in the Patron bottle, right? Alcohol inks in an alcohol bottle. Brilliant. I have not used them yet. But trust and believe, they are on display in my nail room. Trust and believe. So anyway, as part of that package, I got these silicone molds. So with these, you could use them with polygel, you could use them with gel polish, or you could use them with acrylic. You can use them with anything, pretty much anything. So I'm using them with polygel today. So you put a little bit of polygel, gel, acrylic, whatever, into the center of the mold and you just pat it in place. You don't want to have any of the polygel leaning over, leaking over, spilling over on the side because then in the end it's going to look a hot mess. So make sure that you keep everything in the center, okay? That is the biggest piece of advice that I could give you guys. So you see I put too much of that yellow and I had to scoop some of it off because if it spills outside of the mold, once it's cured, it's going to be a hot mess. You got to file it and it's just going to be too much work. So just go ahead and take the time to make it neat before you cure it. So other than that, these things are super simple, a nice cheat way to do 3D nail art if you don't know how to do 3D nail art. This is super quick, and I'm appreciative of her sending it to me, and I feel like she's psychic because I swear to you guys, I was on Amazon looking at them, and I didn't get them. They just were sitting in my cart. Like, I have 1,000 things in my cart that I want to get, I just haven't gotten yet. You know what I mean? So anyway, these were in my cart, and then they showed up to my door because she sent them to me. So I feel like she's kind of psychic. You know what I mean? We have that nail sister telepathy vibe going on. So I have some silicone molds now, and I'm so excited, and I'm finally using them for you guys. So remember in the beginning, I told you guys, sometimes you want to pat your polygel, and sometimes you kind of want to spread it. Well, I'm spreading it now because I want it to be thin and flat as possible, because I'm just going to use it to hold on my little 3D molds. So basically, I filled up the molds with the polygel, and then I put them in a lamp and I cure them for a full 60 seconds. After that, they pop right out, and the molds are reusable. So they pop right out, and I'm using my polygel to hold them onto the nail. You could use anything you want. You could use glue to hold it onto the nail. You could use acrylic. You could use hard gel. But since I'm using polygel, I just figured I might as well use polygel to hold them on. So now that those are in place, I'm going to go ahead and cure that in the lamp. And I'm going to cure them for a full 60 seconds because I don't want them popping off, okay? So while those were in the lamp curing, I paused the video and I just kind of brainstormed, okay, what are we going to do for the other 3 nails? Like, what are we going to do? And I got it. I know what I want to do. Woo! Okay, so these are going to be so stinking cute. These are going to be adorable. But first we have to build up the nail. So I'm using that same polygel, the same clear one, and now I'm patting it in place. I'm not brushing it or smoothing it down and making a nice thin layer because I want it to be thick, because it's going to add strength and structure to the nail. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm just patting it in place, same way that I do all my polygel videos. So if you need a nice slower version of this, well, I will have a polygel playlist below. So anyway, I'm just patting this in place, and it goes on very well. Like, I've already talked about Makartt. Everybody loves a good Makartt polygel. They always have the best kits, guys. Makartt always has the best polygel kits, like, for real, for real. So anyway, I went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds. Now listen, y'all, don't be upset with me. Don't be upset with me, but I lost the clip. I think I thought that I hit record, but I didn't hit record. And so here we are. After I took the nails out of the lamp, I filed the top of the rainbow nail. So I just took the hand file and I went over the top of the nail to smooth it out. Because remember, those colors were overlapping and it made the nails look lumpy and bumpy and just not smooth. So I took the hand file and I just filed over the top of the nail just to make it smooth. I'm sorry I lost that clip, but if you close your eyes and just visualize me taking that hand file and going over the top of it to smooth it out, you'll get the picture. Yeah, you could do it. I know you could do it. You could do it. All right. So anyway, that's the only thing that is lost. Okay. I'm so sorry. All right, so now I'm taking my Born Pretty brush, and I do have a coupon link for Born Pretty, so I will leave that link below as well. But I'm taking this Born Pretty art brush, and I'm dipping it into the base coat from Makartt and just making lines. So this is why I said I didn't really need my lines to be like nice and neat, because I knew I was going to cover it with glitter. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm making lines right where I want the glitter to be, and then I'm going to pour on my glitter. If you don't want to pour it on because you feel like it's too messy, you could use a brush and dab it in place. Like, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. Just do whatever works for you. This was just faster. It's a lot messier, yeah, I must admit, but it wasn't too bad, you know what I mean? It's a lot messier, but it's faster, so that's why I did it this way. So now I got that all done, and I know what I want to do to the other 3 nails. I brainstormed while the nails were in the lamp, y'all. I sure did. And I was like, boom, pow. I'm already going to use glitter for the nail, for the rainbow nail. I might as well just splash glitter on the other ones too. So that's what I'm doing now. And I'm using my base coat. And y'all, like I told you, you thought I was playing when I said I like this base coat. I really do. I like the base coat and the top coat. So anyway, it is almost empty. So it looks like I'm going into the bottle a lot. And I am, and that's because there's hardly anything in there. So I'm like, shoo, let me go ahead and take this off the palette too. I'm not gonna let that go to waste. So literally this might be like maybe like the last use of this bottle. I'm gonna keep it upside down. I'll probably turn it upside down and see like exactly how much is left in there because I really do like it. So anyway, I have that on the nail and I'm going to go ahead in with my bling. So I'm going to do some bling and this is just random. Well, not really random. It starts off random and by that I mean I decided to just throw bling on the nail and push it around until I liked it. So that's how I was going to do it. But then I really liked the 4 just kind of like cat a corner from each other. Does that make sense? Diagonal, oh, zigzag, yes. So I was like, okay, I like the zigzag look. So I did that for all 3. So then I was like, that's really cute. Let me go ahead in and add more. So I like the bling on those 3. And I was like, boom, let's go in and throw some on the colorful nails as well. Because originally I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to have my bling nails and then my color nails and that be that. But come on, honey, this is me be talking about it. You know, I love me some bling. So that's what we doing. So just throwing it in. And I am using, like I said, the base coat to hold my bling on. If you guys try this look, don't do that. Hold your bling on with either glue or rubber-based gel or hard gel or polygel. Don't just hold it on with your base coat, otherwise it'll fall off. So now I'm going in again with my base coat, y'all, and I am struggling here because I hardly have any left in the container. And I'm going in around the bling, not really on top of the bling. I'm trying to just go in between, but every now and then the brush will hit one of the stones, and I can't really help that because they're just so close together, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm just trying to go around the bling because I want to pour some glitter on and I don't want the glitter to cover up my bling. Now in hindsight, I probably should have poured the glitter on first and then put the bling on top of that. I tell you what, hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is 2020. If you guys try this at home, do the glitter first and then the bling on top and your life will be easier. So anyway, this is what it looks like after I drenched it in black glitter. So cute already. Oh, I see the potential. All right, we're almost done. So once the nails are fully cured for 60 seconds, you want to brush off the excess glitter. Now here you could tell where I didn't have enough base coat, and so it's kind of patchy in some areas. So what I did was go back in with the base coat again and put more glitter in those little patchy areas. And this is what it looks like when I was done. This is what it looks like when I was done. Absolutely stunning. I think this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. This reminds me of Lady Gaga. Somebody call Lady Gaga and tell her that she needs to schedule an appointment with me ASAP. I think she would love this set. All right, guys, let me know what you thought about this set. If you plan on trying this set, send me a picture to my Instagram so that I can post it in my stories. And until next time,